Um, Happy Valentines, everyone. I'm sure it won't come as a surprise that I don't have the most kind words to say about the holiday, but I'm sure anyone familiar with the archetype of young male I am um, will know probably exactly what I have to say on it. My um, my issues with the holiday and what it represents and the culture that it promotes is not exactly a new problem or anything particularly profound. It's um, the same old trite most lonely young people have to say about it. um, well, 17 Valentines alone. Um, Not exactly a stellar track record, whether it be through my own incompetence that I can't get a girlfriend or factors that are out of my control. Most likely a mix of both. I mean, um, I'm sure I'm not doing myself any favors when it comes to how attractive I am perceived and how I particularly handle myself around women, especially those I am attracted to. But um, I doubt that matters now, considering I've almost accepted the fact I'm not going to, you know, enter a relationship before my time here is up. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I would certainly like to blame it on how dysgenic I am, uh, and how my genetics have played a more than unhelpful part in how I am perceived to others. I am practically, uh, I don't know, untouchable, I guess, because of the way I was made. And I quite despise the fact that I was made this way. But at the same time, I'm sure I could probably, I don't know, help myself out in a sense. But at this point in my life, I don't really care about that anymore. Um, well, I do care. The thing is, I do care. That's why it gets to me so much. But I don't put in the work or the effort to actually change anything. And so instead, you get the result, which is a self-hating rant about factors that are probably entirely within my control. But at least I'm told they are. I don't know how much I believe that. Um, but you know, at least from what I'm told, most people don't struggle with this thing so much. But I don't know. There are a couple aspects to it that really don't do me any favors, especially when it comes to how I conduct myself socially, or when I mean, how I look even, and what, my genetics when it comes to it. Um, I don't think I'm particularly built to be a stunner. I wouldn't say I'm repulsive. Um, Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe that's the issue, and I'm just refusing and to believe that. I'm just deluding myself into thinking that I have some sort of chance, but which is something I've gotten more comfortable in thinking, in that I just don't have a chance, and I shouldn't be worrying about it even. But of course, that sort of mindset, at least to everyone else who ever hears anything about it, is dangerous and leads to bad people and doing bad things. I don't really see their point in that. Just sounds like putting someone who's already put themselves down even more, like, deeper into their grave. But um, I could probably talk about that. I don't know. I don't suppose I sound too intelligent speaking about all of this, and a lot of this is going to be very juvenile and emotive language that I'm using. But at the same time, I mean, the kind of conquest of love and romance in itself is just such a juvenile act, and it's almost immature in itself to think about and worry about so much. Of course, there is the thought process that you should be completely and utterly autarkal in the sense that you do not rely on anyone or anything for your own satisfaction, especially when it comes to romantic endeavors. But at the same time, it is unfortunately hardwired into humanity that you are supposed to be some sort of social beast, and then you need to talk to people or have a romantic relationship, if not just for the purpose of reproduction, um, then for to keep yourself sane, I suppose. Um, but living the life I have, and perhaps it's more self-inflicted than not, I have almost isolated myself from pretty much every real life um, chance that I may have to make some sort of bond with anyone, even like a completely platonic bond in which there is no romantic intention. Though I don't talk to many women in real life um, at all. I don't think I talked to a single one, at least at this point in time. I don't know if that will change anytime soon, but probably not. Um, I can't really recall the last time I even had a conversation, like a prolonged conversation with a woman in real life. As utterly pathetic as that sounds, I guess it does wonders to illustrate the sort of situation I'm in socially and culturally because I am so isolated from what is considered normal to like and think about and do and look like. You know, I touched on my genetics, but I am a dysgenic person. Um, the way what the DNA, I guess, that has come together to make me is not enviable in any sense of the word. Yeah, barely speak fucking English. um, I don't know. It's hard to express these thoughts without sounding and coming off as some like whiny child of sorts. And I would certainly love to take more impartial views about the things that I want to touch on and think about and write on, especially in my writing. But unfortunately, the inspiration for a lot of my writing simply comes from things I have issues with um, in my own life and things that I view as unfair or unjust or simply wrong or insulting. It seems as though a lot of life is some sort of demented humiliation ritual that you have to go through for an unknown end, really. I do consider myself religious. I believe in the Christian God. I don't exactly practice or believe in what would be any considerable denomination that um, most people consider when they speak on religious topics, especially in relation to Christianity within the rural United States. The way I interpret the word of the Lord and the way I kind of apply that to my own life would probably consider me. Well, I would be labeled as a heretic in any denomination that has any sort of um, sway in the church. um, but I suppose anyone can worship anything now, and that's just acceptable. But if you stray far from the like three forms of Christianity that are always accepted, then you're, I don't know, like less than dirt, probably. That's probably what most people think of me, anyways, without even the context of who I am and what I've done in my life. I wouldn't really contest them in the opinion that they have about me if they were to think that about me. But if they knew me, I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with this at all. But And the again, this all stemmed from some stupid holiday on a map. On a map? On a calendar. Idiot. Can barely express what I'm thinking. I'm just so utterly just gone. I don't know. Gone to a point of delirium. Like almost. I wouldn't say I'm delusional. I don't think I'm ill. I don't think I'm ill in the slightest. I don't think I'm delusional. I don't think I'm ill. I don't think I'm crazy or anything like that, but there's something just so wrong with me, and it really just does affect every aspect of my life, unfortunately. I don't exactly know what it is. Perhaps it's a mindset issue. That would certainly be an easy explanation for all of my issues, is that it's the way I think that is wrong and nothing else. That if I simply thought happy thoughts, then I'd be, you know, entirely okay and happy, and I wouldn't have any issues. That's kind of the basis of cognitive, emotive therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy. I believe that's the name of that therapeutic practice. Complete bullshit, by the way, but if you simply dilute your thoughts and delude yourself into thinking things are all right, then, who's to say they aren't? I don't know. Um, I don't care for Valentine's very much. It is insulting to me in a way that I do not like, and it makes me feel very unwanted and unneeded, like a big waste of space. To be fair, that is how most romantic endeavors make me feel, but it's not as if that isn't a new feeling. Oh, the edge. God, what a fucking child I am, I guess. How juvenile. What a juvenile thought to have. I should shut up now, though.